On today's BFD, we'll tell you how to grow mushrooms from coffee grinds and meet two fun guys who turned that idea into a successful business. Alejandro Velez and Nikhil Arora were months from graduation at UC Berkeley when they found out that you can grow gourmet mushrooms out of used coffee grinds. Struck by the power of that idea, they got a small $5,000 grant and went into business. Years later, they had sold thousands of pounds of mushrooms and stopped millions of pounds of coffee grinds from being dumped into landfills. They then decided to take it one step further. They created prefabricated mushroom kits that allowed anyone, especially children, to learn about sustainability while growing their own mushrooms in the comfort of their own home. Now, we've got Nikhil with us today via Skype. Nikhil, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me on.
Okay, so first off, tell us the story of your company.
Random start. It was our last semester in college, actually. Alex, our co-founder, and I were both 3 or 4 months away from graduation, and we were sitting in a business ethics class, and at that time, I had an offer to go into consulting. Alex had an offer to go into investment banking. We both kind of thought we knew what we were doing, but we're sitting in this class, and we heard our professor bring up this fact that you could possibly grow gourmet mushrooms on entirely recycled coffee grounds. And something about that one fact inspired both of us, and we both met up and hit it up and grew some test buckets of mushrooms in his fraternity kitchen closet and got a $5K grant from our chancellor 2 weeks before graduation, and kind of said, forget investment banking, forget consulting, full-time urban mushroom farming it is, and dove into it.
Why is sustainability so important to you?
Actually, I don't think it's a question of it being important. I think it's beyond that. It's a necessity. I think in this younger generation is starting to realize sustainability doesn't have to be this Berkeley hippie thing. You can make money and do good at the same time, you know? They've got to go hand in hand because we're not going to sustain the way we're living without that. So I think it's beyond important. It's a necessity, and I think people are starting to realize that.
So tell us about your Buy One, Get One initiative. How does that work?
For every photo someone posts of their fully grown mushroom kit on our Facebook page, we actually donate a kit to the elementary school classroom of their choice. So we get this hundreds of photos in on our Facebook page now, and the whole goal is how can we just inspire kids to want to take what they've done and hopefully go to their classroom and get other kids excited about growing their own food.
Okay, so let's talk about your aquaponics kit.
So we're calling it the Aqua Farm, and it's a self-cleaning fish tank that grows food where it combines fish and plants. So the fish feed the plants clean the water. It's a really cool little ecosystem. We're going to start selling these in Whole Foods, Home Depot, Nordstrom.
How did you get from mushrooms to aquaponics?
I think it was just being this urban farming space, growing thousands of these mushroom kits in the middle of West Oakland. I think we always knew it was something more than mushrooms. That was our start, but it's more about cool experiences that inspire people to connect with their food.
How important is it to make an inspirational product?
For a while, we had both the fresh mushrooms and the mushroom kits, and we realized we got to pick one of these and go all in. And I think we saw that our true passion was around creating a movement, and we realized we could spend our next 20 years trying to build a mushroom farm up and still be a 5-mile radius mushroom farm. Or at the same amount of time, we can build a movement of the kids, and we can get these in every kitchen across the country. You give a kid this mushroom kit, and he experiences how fun it can be. He's going to open his eyes and be like, hey, what else can I grow? Or where does the rest of my food come from?
So Nikhil, here are the mushrooms that we made. What do you think?
You guys should harvest them today, saute them up, and eat them. So they look ready to go. And the cool thing is we just got them certified organic too, as of 3 weeks ago.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nikhil. We greatly appreciate it, and you guys should all get your own mushroom kit.
Thank you guys so much.
There's a lot to love about Back to Roots. Their story can be an inspiring one for young entrepreneurs that are hoping to turn their sustainable dream company into a reality. It's also just an awesome lesson in how easy it can be to grow your own food. We put a link in the description below for those of you interested in buying the mushroom kit. And if you get the aquaponics kit, you should totally leave us a message with what you decided to name your fish. Also, while you're down there, be sure to sign the petition to support GMO labeling across the country, because everyone should know what's in their food. For BFD, I'm Marisha Ray, and don't forget to subscribe.